Hi everybody, Radio Mixer here to do another trilogy. This time it's the famous red engine who goes on and on and on and on and on and on about his shiny red coat. That's right, it's James. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. James was enjoying his new life on the island of Sodor, but he still had a lot to learn. You're a special mixed traffic engine, said the Fat Controller. You can pull both coaches and trucks quite easily, but you must learn by your mistakes. James knew what the Fat Controller meant. He could well remember that dreadful accident on his first day. Be careful with the coaches, James, said Edward. They don't like being bumped. Everyone came to admire James. I'm a really splendid engine, James thought to himself, and suddenly let off steam. Uh-oh. A shower of water fell on the Fat Controller's nice new top hat. Just then the guard blew his whistle and James thought they had better go. Come on, said James. All right, don't push. But the coaches were grumbling too. Don't go so fast. But James wasn't listening. When they stopped at the next station, 2 coaches were beyond the platform. They had to go back to let the passengers out. James wondered if anyone knew about the Fat Controller's top hat. But James, he grew happier. Just then they stopped at the next station, where Thomas was waiting with his 2 coaches. Hello, James, said Thomas. Feeling better? That's right. Oh, that's my guard whistle. I must go. I didn't know what the Fat Controller wrote me from this browser, and he puffed off importantly. Next, James and Edward passed the field where James had had his accident. The fence was mended and the cows were back again. They ended their journey and rested before setting off for home. James was still worried what the Fat Controller would say about his top hat. Uh-oh, better go press the music. Next morning, the Fat Controller spoke severely to James. If you can't behave, I will take away your red coat and have you painted blue. James didn't like that at all. He was very rough with the grumbling coaches as he brought them to the platform. Don't talk, come on, he called to them. Gordon never has to fetch his own coaches, he thought to himself, and he's only painted blue. To make James even more cross, this time no one came near him. I'll show him. They think Gordon's the only engine who could pull coaches. Oh dear, don't like this. You're going too fast, grumbled the coaches. James laughed and tried to go faster. The coaches tried to stop him. We're going to stop, they said. We're going to stop. What's the matter? James asked his driver. The brakes are hard on, leaking the pipe most likely. You banged the coaches enough to make leaking anything. How shall we mend it? Said the guard. We'll tie it with a leather bootlace and a newspaper, said the driver. Well, where's the leather bootlace coming from? Ask the passengers, said the guard. You have a leather bootlace, I see, sir, said the guard to a smartly dressed man. Please give it to me. I won't, said the man. Then I'm afraid the train will just stop where it is. Everyone was saying what a bad railway it was. Then they told the man how bad he was instead. Everyone was very cross. At last, the man handed his laces over. The guard tied the paper down with a big pipe, and James was able to pull the train. Oh dear. More music now then. But he was a sadder and wiser James, and took care never to bump coaches again. And now he's got to face the music of what he's done. Oh dear. Hi folks, Radio Mixer here to do the second story of the James trilogy, starting with Troublesome Trucks. Let's Let's sort out those trucks, shall we? 3, 2, 1, let's go. James had not seen the Fat Controller for several days. He was left alone in a shed for being naughty. He wasn't even allowed out to push trucks or coaches in the yard. I'll have to stay in the shed for always and always. All because I went so fast as to make a hole in one of my coaches and had to be mended with all things a passenger's bootlace. At last the Fat Controller arrived. I see you are sorry, James, he said. I hope you'll be a better engine. People are laughing at my way and I don't like that at all. I'm sorry, sir, said James. I will try hard to be a good engine. Good, said the Fat Controller. I want you to push some trucks for me. James was happy about that and puffed away. Here are your trucks, James, said Here are your trucks, James, said Thomas. Have you got some bootlaces ready? He ran off, laughing. Oh, what was this? We want a proper engine, not a red monster. James didn't listen to the trucks. He just pulled them sternly out of the station and out onto the open line. But the trucks were ready. Oh, wait. He pulled the screechy truck sternly out of the station and out onto the open line. Give up, said the trucks. You can't pull us, said the trucks. James ignored them. Sometimes their brakes would slip on, and sometimes their axles would run hot, and each time the trouble had to be put right. James was determined to not let the trucks beat him. He kept going, and going, of course. Presently, they were coming up to Gordon's Hill. Go it, James, said the driver. We'll get them up the hill before they even know it. Do it, James, you can do it. We'll get them up the hill before they know it. I can do it, said James. Suddenly, it all became easier. James felt confident, but then his driver had to shoot upstream. Look, James, we left our tail behind. Look! The last few trucks ran backwards back down the hill. The guard ran out to stop approaching engines. That's why it's so easy, said James crossly. There might have been an accident, silly trucks. What silly things trucks are. Do you need some help, James, said Edward. No, thank you. I can do it myself. Good. Show him what you're made of, James, said Edward. Put a bit of spin on it there. James tried to climb the hill again, but this time, the trucks weren't being silly. He's going to get them up the hill. It took him a few moments, but eventually, the trucks, James got them up the hill. Hey! Well done, James, said the driver. You did it. James was resting at the station when Edward came by. He had bought the Fat Controller. Oh dear, thought James. What is he going to say? Uh-oh. But the Fat Controller was smiling. See that? He's smiling, look. I am very proud of you, James, he said. You taught the most troublesome trucks on the line to behave, he said. After that, and I do mean after that, you deserve to keep your red coat. Bye. Here we go, folks. The final conclusion to the James trilogy. James and the Express. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gordon and Henry were alone with James. Although the Fat Controller was beginning to think well of him, the others couldn't talk of nothing but bootlaces. Remember the time one had to be used to get you out of trouble, James, they would tease. James tried to get his own back by engines that got shut up in tunnels and stuck on hills, but they wouldn't listen. You talk too much, little James, said Gordon. A fine, strong engine like me has something to talk about. I'm the only engine who can pull the express. And when I'm not there, they need two engines. Think of that. I've pulled expresses for years, and I've never once lost my way. I seem to know the right line by instinct. But every wise engine knows that the signal engines run on the right lines. But Gordon was so proud he had forgotten. Wake up, James, said Gordon next morning. What are you doing? Odd jobs? Oh, well, we have to begin somewhere, don't we? Roll along now and get my coaches. Don't be late. James went to get Gordon's coaches. They were all shining with lovely new paint. He was careful not to bump them, and they followed him smoothly into the station, going, We're going away! We're going away! I wish I was going with you, said James. I should love to pull the express and go flying along the line. Gordon, with much noise and blowing of steam, got ready to back onto the train. The fat controller was on the train along with other important people, and as soon as the guard blew his whistle, Gordon started. Look at me now, he puffed, and the coaches glided after him. Poop, 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 poop. Goodbye, little James. See you tomorrow. James watched the train disappear, and then went back to work. He pushed some trucks into their proper sidings, then went to fetch the coaches for another train. James had just brought the coaches to the platform when he heard a mournful noise. There was Gordon trying to sidle into the station without being noticed. Oh! Hello, said James. Is it tomorrow? Asked James. Gordon said nothing. He just let off steam feebly. Did you lose your way? Asked James. No, it was lost for me. I was switched off the mainland onto the loop. I had to go all round and back again. Perhaps it was instinct, said James. Meanwhile, all the passengers hurried to the booking office. We want our money back, they shouted. The fat controller climbed up onto a trolley and blew the guard's whistle so loudly they all stopped to look at him. Then he promised them a new train at once. Gordon can't do it, he said. Will you pull it for us, James? Yes, sir, I'll try. So James was coupled on and everyone got in. Do your best, James, said the fat controller. I will. And then they started. We're going. You're pulling as well, said the coaches. Bridges and stations flashed by. The passengers cheered. They soon reached the station. Everyone said thank you to James, even the fat controller. Well done, James, said the fat controller. Would you like to pull the express sometimes? Oh, yes, please, sir, said James. Next day, when James came by, Gordon was pushing trucks into a siding. I let some nice quiet work for a change, he said. I hear you did well with those coaches, I hear. Good, we'll show them. And he gave his trucks a bump. Gordon and James are now good friends. James sometimes takes the express to give Gordon a rest. Gordon nurse speaks everything about bootlaces, and they're both quite agreed on the subject of trucks.